Yeah, greetings and salutations here to all nations. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you know it's your favorite Jamaican, it's Rastafari soldier here of Deep Roots TV. And that's Clarendon. It's morning right now, is in a state of shock. As Derricka Rodgers, otherwise called Muffy, Clarendon police has just discovered her in a sealed septic tank, and it has caused an uproar in the community because, families and friends, it's not the first time such heinous act has occurred in Clarendon. This and many other stories, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk to you about. I'm Rastafari soldier here of Deep Roots TV. Yeah, thank you for tuning in to the Rastaman channel. It's an unfortunate situation. A young woman such as, a 19-year-old, this young woman seems to have was in a relationship. Thank you for tuning in right now. I have a video, of her dad and her uncle. Right now, I'm in Florida, and I'm telling you, I'm not chilling on the corridor because right now, this one hits home. And the police there in Clarendon has been looking for the suspect that unalive the sales representative of Gravel Hills District in Clarendon. She left home Tuesday, May 27, to visit acquaintance. She was last seen at the Milk River Bus Park in Maypen. She was reportedly missing. Now she has been found, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately unalive, wrapped in a sheet, dumped in a pit in Milk River, Clarendon. Now, the fine police of Clarendon has apprehended 2 men and 1 woman, and they have been taken into custody following the discovery. Their names are being held pending investigation, and as I said, the grieving father explained how they found the deceased, ladies and gentlemen. Leave your comment on this one and let me know what you think. If you think that Jamaica needs to forward capital punishment for these people. It's unfortunate that this has been going on, but here is Derricka Rodgers' father and her uncle explaining how they found her body.
Finger jar this up.
And the board, the board so then use the board and dry it. So then use the board, the board dry
The station Wednesday evening made a report. I tell the police them what happened here.
Father quickly identified the last person who saw the alive. He relayed this information to the police, but shockingly, he says officers never visited the man's home. Instead, they simply called him.
The station contact the youth. The youth say yes, him see Derricka Tuesday at Maypen. Leave, give him 30,000, him not see back in a ear back fan. I want to get an answer. Me go back at the station Wednesday night, made a report. The reporter made me tell them, say me hear that the same guy down at Dunkans. So we go pick up the guy.
What the police say? I down there so the man live, but we go down there go search for the man because the man live a foreign. He a citizen of foreign. So he can't go out and we can't find who he is. And me deeply know say something wrong. him niece can, him man can sue we. So me say, what you mean by sue?
But something in Mr. Rodgers' gut told him not to wait. Driven by fear and desperation, the police went to the man's home on Sunday. There, he saw it, a manhole cover that looked...
Me can't, me start mad.
When they got over the manhole, the smell hit them first. Then came the...
Even when they take him out of it, what an scandal bag in the way, them put him bag and him close them in and left it in it and they want to take out. I say, you want to take out the bag, you want to know when I bag. When they take out the bag and them pull up here and look ID in there, PRN in there, everything.
Confirmed the body was seen was nowhere to be found.
Good thing the father and the uncle have good investigation skills, because if they were not determined, then their daughter wouldn't have been found. Now, as you heard at the end of the report there, and that video was courtesy of TVJ. As you heard at the end of the report, they said that when they were trying to contact the boyfriend, they were unable to contact him. Now, as I said, I'm reading in the report right here, right now. It's showing here a minute ago that, 3 has been arrested, including a woman, regarding the unfortunate demise of Derricka Rodgers. And like I said, she was last seen at the Milk River bus park in Jamaica. Now, we all know what's going on here. It seems like Derricka, a beautiful, beautiful woman. Sounds like, from the report there, the news report, the video, she's dealing with a foreign man. And this foreign man might have caught his jealousy. And that's what usually occurs in these situations when you have a long distance relationship. So families and friends, my condolences and my heart goes out to the families and friends of Derricka Rodgers. The whole of Jamaica and Clarendon murky right now. A dark cloud of gloom. Yes, it's over Jamaica right now because the investigation continues, as Derricka Rodgers was found wrapped in a sheet, face down in a pit toilet. And as you saw in the video, there was a makeshift attempt. To seal the pit.
It's alone proven
I want the first one. And look at this.
a finger, yes, yeah.
Show it now and put on. Yes, you see, I don't show it on the float road on that. Finger jar, this up.
And a board, the board,
Set your board, man.
so they use the board and dry it. So they use the board, the board dry it.
The station Wednesday evening.
Jaja family. Jano family is full time, like I said right now, I'm pressed the wrong button, so sorry about that, families and friends. It's full time right now, like I said, for the people them to really call for a better Jamaica, because at this point it don't seems like the government is going to use the matter that win something. We're going to continue to have these same situation. A young woman, 19, have not lived her life as yet. As you see, her father and her uncle are young also. Have to live with this situation where another parent, have to bury their child. It's a shame, families and friends. It's a shame that we are living this kind of life in the beautiful island of Jamaica. And when are we going to ask for a better life? Don't you think that we deserve a choice? Don't you think that the youths them deserve to live a safe life? We know it was rough and tough in the 90s and the 80s, but it's a shame as we full joy our freeness and a beautiful and safe Jamaica, we don't care about the children's future. So I'm calling on the government, Bro God, and your Holness, to use the capital punishment that's available for Jamaica, because I don't see why not. You are going to, because people will take a yard if you give them an inch. But if the government is no nonsense, you see they get in line. Yeah, because people live up to the expectation. And if you expect the diaspora to act humane and better, then I suggest you have to deal with them with a stern hand of the law. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a shame again to see a young woman being dealt with so cheaply by one of our own people. Jamaica, we have to call for better. R.I.P. Derricka. Condolences to the friends and families. But talking now go do nothing. The talking don't change much. It's action over words. So I'm calling on the Jamaican government and the community, because the government is not everywhere. We have cell phone. We have social media. Yeah, we know it's a good policy. He that keepeth his mouth, keepeth his life. But there's worse thing than being unalive. See, in this world, for every little boys and girls, they deserve the right to determine their destiny. And because we are so callous, depraved, we gallivant and leak out our brothers and sisters' life like we would leak out the juice out our back juice. Like it cheap, and watch them evaporate at our feet. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rastafari Soldier here of Deep Roots TV. I'm reporting live. Clarendon, Derricka Rodgers, May Pen said they found her body wrapped in a sheet in a sealed toilet pit. Now, this case is going to be as easy to solve as possible, because we all know who done this. We all know who done this. It appears that the boyfriend is on the run because he was contacted and he did admit he saw her. Yeah, at the Maypen bus park. And now the police are trying to contact him and cannot find him. So suspicions are that he has something to do with it. But John asleep. There's 3 in custody right now. Hopefully, one of them are responsible or can point to the person that has done such a heinous duty in my island. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rastafari Soldier here of Deep Roots TV. If you have not subscribed to the Rastaman channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up on this one. It's free. Yorganti. Now, Prime Minister Andrew Holness, the Honorable Prime Minister of Jamaica, is revealing that our technology has received a boost. I'm talking about the Wharf technology, ladies and gentlemen, because they are announcing that from this technology they have made one of their biggest cache of firearms at the Wharf. Yes, they're reporting that over 223 small arms and over 74 rifles has been seized at the custom. Yes, using new X-ray technology. You are going to, and that is what me I talk about. That should be Jamaica's new policy, and the Prime Minister definitely is on track with that. As Prime Minister Andrew Holness bolstered the new technology that Jamaica is now using at the Wharf to scan packages for illegal and dangerous products being imported in Jamaica. Now, a long time them need to do this because I don't understand the amount of money that Jamaica charge when you ship down something. It's an embarrassment that even a cockroach can get through. The amount of money that the Jamaican government custom, but actually them probably sell that out for China. I stand correctly. The Prime Minister of Jamaica, the Honorable Andrew Holness, has praised Jamaica's custom and security force for seizing over 233 illegal firearms at its facility. Yeah, I'm talking about up in the corporate area. Now, the seizure includes 74 rifles, 159 handguns, along with over 40,000 rounds ammunition, according to the Ministry of Education, Young Skills and Information. Youth Skills and Information, Dr. Donna Morris Dixon. The talent was provided by her Commission of Custom, Dr. Valma Ricketts Walter, at a special post-cabinet press brief on Thursday, during which they stated that the ammunition was still being counted as so much petrol them have. Deputy Prime Minister and National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chan did not respond directly to the question about whether an arrest have made in relevance to the development. Yeah, I think people see me up online most of the time and try to call me for kind of see if this is real. So, family me live on the internet, so let me call you forward, Zin. I'll call you forward. Yeah, so, yeah, it's a yard call too, but you see through my live one, I not even go too live often. If we just bounce this out. So, Arias Chang, I said, the news I said, Arias Chang, the National Security Minister, has not responded directly to the question whether if there's an arrest being made related to the development. He said too much information has already made its way to the public. But Chang said that 233 firearms and a huge volume of ammunition were being smuggled into the country and were intercepted. The level of ammunition on the street with these weapons is designed to create mayhem by a distorted and cruel mind and must be stopped, the Deputy Prime Minister stated. Labeling the illegal firearms and ammunition as weapons of mass destruction that was heading for Jamaica, Holness warned Jamaica living overseas that those collaborating with them here locally will be found. We are serious about it, declared Holness. He said the government has made significant investment, including the scanning technology used by the JCA to facilitate seizure of such illegal firearms. Here's the Prime Minister, speaking on such matter, and I want you to note that I, man, agree with the Prime Minister and the government for taking any safety precaution, bringing in any technology necessary, that can help prevent these atrocities that has been going on, because for a few months now, it seems like the thing cooled down. Y'all gonna see earlier me I say a war go on to Jamaica get hot. Well, you can't even go out because I drive by and ride by a deal and I work the place like that. So y'all, my families and friends want the item for stand strong with the government and make sure say una keep una eyes out. Me not telling us if you go out to go run off on the mouth and get on yourself in a trouble. But what I am saying is, you better find yourself on the right side. I'm going to say the right side, me I talk about not even the line, me I talk about righteousness, because right now, not even police can save you, So, you just have to know, say, you have to deal with the righteousness. Now, I have a video here with the Prime Minister speaking, and I really want to play this video because it's important, say, when you hear this from the Prime Minister, although I read from the article. Because it appears that a lot of the yard youths, them don't realize that the government serious right now upon them. Whether it's foreign, the land of barren, and you know, say, Donald Trump not ramp with you. Some of the people them think say are some joke things. I'm speaking the truth because I try get the youth them to overstand say the government ready to eat them food right now. Ready to eat them food right now. So if you care about your families and friends, because as you see, the man them now bring on in. Yaganti, as you see up here, quang them a deal with pound. No ramping, just straight spanking. And the government say uno a producer of crime. When you try to send in over 233 weapons, and the man say, yo, a weapon of mass destruction that. When if you just stop it. All right, now, I can't do nothing but agree with the government because I don't see the necessity for the criminality. Yeah, we know so we are live tough and sometimes it might be rough. But at the end of the day, it's not necessary for us to continue to create a hazardous environment for our friends and family. 74 rifle, a whole army that, a total of 233 firearms, over 40,000 rounds. They say they're still counting. But the Prime Minister say him have a new technology for you, you know. Him have a new technology for you. But families and friends, I think I and I man I'll just forward with them two stories there, but it's a shame. So Jamaica have so much talent, so much goodness within themselves, and we choose, right? We choose to promote such criminality and don't put it past all Chang, you know. Don't put it past one of them top heads here where you hear them are talking on the news, you them they're behind these large amount of shipment because who wouldn't be so unwise in their mind unless somebody will have a links to actually send so much firearms, or who would have the capacity to be able to acquire 233 firearms and then have the cojones to actually send it off from the United States. And this is not the first time that I personally have heard such a large amount of firearms being sent to Jamaica. You hear me? So there must be a links, must be a high links that either the person did not compensate the link or somebody did not work that day or something is going on. My conspiratorial mind is working because a whole heap of shoes get missing right now. Food get eaten. Bread get broken. You are guarantee. So, at this point in our life, my families and friends, me I want to get to youth them. You are guarantee? Government a get serious right now. I just see the thing turn up all over the world from the Middle East. You have to tip it to because right now we in at the belly of the beast. No joking. And the beast is looking for somebody or something to face. It's a shame that it's the poor that gets the least. But the big man have the belt in him and ready for beat. So, I don't think it's a regular man, a regular little poor man send them so much shoes forward. Because it sound like, say, it look like them did start a retail show store. Because so much clocks are forward. That's not normal. You are guarantee. And it's not a coincidence. So the new technology roll out as soon as these new shoes stroll out. One big up the Jamaican government. Big up my Prime Minister Andrew Holness. They're estimating to be about what? Them say 40,000 rounds. About 233 firearms. These knockings are coming nowhere other than from Florida. You are going to take the closest destination. Other than that, it's circling from Mexico or Colombia. That them man them here run off my airport. You see what me I say? And it's no coincidence that these things happen, because nothing happened within a coincidence. It's usually planned. It's obvious. Yeah. So when you see one shipment forward in, some man a try a thing. When you see two shipment forward in, it's a pattern. And them usually are forward from where? Florida, right around the corridor. Yaganti, big up yourself, Simba. It's Rastafari Soldier. If you have not, subscribe or not, unsubscribe to the thing so you can help build up the Rastaman channel. Right now, family, away the people. Have to look out for our friends and our families. Our children, them now go have a better future if we continue to play a zero. Me not tell no man to go out there and try to be hero, you know. I must assure you, say, this is unacceptable. Whether you're from Trinidad or Bahamas, Jamaica, Haiti, any small island, we have to change these things. The reality are, we have control of our destiny. The reality are, we are the one that seems to be fighting down each other, putting ourselves, our children, our sons, our brothers, our fathers and mother in danger. Where you are go do, where you are go with all of them petrol there. Why you are send petrol to yard? You shouldn't send no pew to yard. Shouldn't leave them abroad. Because you see, you either took them because you are no dealer and you send them to your yard to analyze your youths them. Unbelievable. Now me overstand and me see where the evil trickles down from the head to the toe. Rastafari, I know. For some reason, this video here where me I try to play a move, like say it now I'm play, so me not even want to push it, but the Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, says that him have new technology for rotted, brand new scanning system. And the scanning system has paid dividend because a 74 rifle, them take off a wharf. You know how many people get stifled with 74 rifle? A total of 233 firearms. Them say them have so much petrol, them can't even done count. Excess amount. And it's my people, Jamaicans, and no Chinese nor Indian are sending these firearms. If them ya ever touch the road, black rainfall, pure storm. You know how much mother and father ball? We need to do better. Them ya things ya would put a hole in your chest like a sweater. 233 pew pew. Them say almost 160 hand. Small pew pew, 74 long tall up map stick. May I tell you, say, I know for a sure she foreign sick. I know for a sure say the people them what they are foreign I catch the same illness. Regarding humanity, them don't have no care. Regarding the moral standards, we have no shame. And it's left to the government, the so-called Babylon, to regulate the so-called civilized. And what we are doing in our life, I think we want to take each other life. But again, my friend, if you have not subscribed to the Rastaman channel, subscribe to the Rastaman channel. You're welcome to Deep Roots if you want to hear the truth. I fear no other but the local dark skin youths. You see, especially upon these media, these social media, you have to tiptoe around it because a lot of us are here looking a little lubrication for the machine. You are guaranteed financial lubrication. Because we are looking for a better way or a different way. And if you can do it without stray, speak the truth, that's what I'm talking about. But it's a shame that we are always pointing the fingers and the blame different places. But it seems like the answer is right before our faces. Our brothers and sisters have to do better. You know what kind of damage 74 long chopstick can do? In a little Jamaica, 233 total pew. 40,000 petrol. Black rainfall. Jaja. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rastafari Soldier. You have Deep Roots TV. If you have not subscribed as yet to the Rastaman channel, hit that red subscribe button. Deal with it proper. Build up the Rastaman panel. Jaja. Moving on. Sad news has hit the boxing fraternity, ladies and gentlemen. As a legendary Jamaican boxer, Mike McCallum, the body snatcher, has passed away at 68, ladies and gentlemen. The boxing fraternity has lost a great boxer. Families and friends, if you're young to the sporting system or the sport, or you're a young sports fan, you might not be familiar with the body snatcher. Mike McCallum. But we who are elder, not old, are a little bit shaken and saddened because of the untimely passing of this Jamaican great, historic boxing legend. As this boxing legend, won championships in 3 different divisions, Mike McCallum will forever be considered as one of the legendary boxers in the industry. As the industry mourns his untimely passing, a Jamaican legend, a boxing legend, a sports legend, a father, yes, and a Jamaican sports hero. He will be forever missed, but will never be forgotten as this cheat 3 times champ, transitions to the next level of eternity. We say to Mike McCallum, thank you for all the great fights. Thank you for living a good life so Jamaicans can be proud of you. Be proud of associating with you, calling you one of our legendary sons. Because you know we have many legendary sons. The great boxing legend Mike McCallum will forever be missed, families and friends. And we all know that our time will come. And we all hope that we are seen in the favorable in the eyes of the Most High, most importantly. But it is also a sweet rendition to be remembered by your life's accumulation. Now, the body snatcher was a prestige fighter, a highly skilled fighter, and a respectable boxer, a powerful puncher, which often used his body blows to weaken his opponent, thus earning the nickname the Body Snatcher. Mike McCallum is also known for exhibiting impeccable techniques inside the ring. Born in Kingston, Jamaica, Mike McCallum has successfully amateured record of 240 wins to 10 losses and represented Jamaica in the 1976 Olympic Games. Mike McCallum fought professionally from 1981 until 1997. He defeated Sean Mannion in 1984 for the WBA junior middleweight belt, which made McCallum the face of Jamaica boxing. He went on to become a 3-time world champion, winning titles in the superweight, the super welterweight, the middleweight, and the lightweight division. He was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in 2003. Families and friends, another Jamaican legend, R.I.P., legendary and 3-time boxing champion, Mike the Body Snatcher McCallum, Jamaica's first Jamaican-born champion. And he passed away, families and friends, that unfortunately in Las Vegas, Nevada, according to the Las Vegas Times, ladies and gentlemen. Mike McCallum will be missed, but the legendary son of Jamaica will not be forgotten. Yeah, I'm Rastafari Soldier here of Deep Roots TV saying, a legendary son of Jamaica has transitioned. The Body Snatcher, Mike McCallum, has died at 68. R.I.P. champ, R.I.P. Now, we hear that war is in the air from the dancehall song of one of my favorite dancehall artists, Movado. But it appears that Ukraine is emboldened because it is reporting that Ukraine has struck deep into Russia territory and has Vladimir Putin has been informed about Ukraine's recent drone attack against Russia air base. And the incident is being investigated, Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov said, according to the state-run news agency TASS. The operation conducted by Security Service of Ukraine, the SBU, June 1st reported it hit 41 bomber planes and other aircraft, inflicted what Kyiv claims is $7 billion in damage and disabling over a third of Russia's strategic bomber fleet. Peskov commented marked the first reaction by the Kremlin to the attack. Despite Operation Scales, Putin has not commented on it publicly. The president received information about the incident online, Peskov said. An investigation has been launched by the investigative committee. There was also a correspondence statement from the defense ministry. The Kremlin's mute response contrasts sharply with jubilant reaction in Ukraine, where officials described the coordinated drone strike as a major success. The SBU said 117 drones launched from a concealed truck position across Russia's territory simultaneously struck airfield in at least 4 regions, including sites thousands of kilometers from the Ukrainian border. The targeted airbase reported housed the Tu-95 and the Tu-22M3 bomber, key carriers of long-range cruise missiles used in Moscow airstrike on Ukraine city. The operation reportedly took 18 months to plan and was timed by the day of Russia's launch a wave of mass aerial assault on Ukraine, including a record-setting attack on June 2nd, and killed and injured civilians. While the Kremlin remained restrained, some Russian pro-war commentators and propagandists have responded with fury. Some downplay the attack scale, while others call for nuclear retaliation or strike on NATO's airfield and respond to what they describe as a Western complicity. No NATO member state has confirmed involved in the Operation Spiderweb, and none of them will admit it because they know that Russia might touch them. Now, as we see, what has been going on is covert. Yeah. As the United States of America and Europe are using Ukraine to face off against Vladimir Putin and Russia and its massive fleet or arsenal of nukes. We all see what's going on. That it's the same game that's being played in the Gaza Strip. It's the same game being played in Palestine. As good cop, bad cop. As President Trump plays the good cop, Europe plays the bad cop. They're all in on it. As we all know that Russia have a mass over what they say 4,000 nuclear heads. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Because remember, Ukraine had Chernobyl. They had a nuclear reactor explosion already. And we don't want to have these kind of situation again. As Vladimir Putin has displayed extreme restraint. Because remember, the Nord Stream pipeline, yes, taken out. Bridges to Moscow, yes, taken out. And there are about 14 bridges connecting Ukraine. And Russia have not taken out any of them. As you see, the drone technology, low cost, low visibility, difficult to be detected by radar, is the new wave of war. So I want people to understand what's really going on. This war can reach to anyone now, any shores, because it's obvious that NATO, the EU, the United States are complicit on attacks on Russia. And we all know the rebuttal. Yeah, Russia attacked Ukraine, but there have been many, many chances for peace talk, and every time there about to be a peace talk or peace agreement, Ukraine escalate the situation, just like in Palestine, when there's going to be a peace talk with the Palestinians in Gaza, Israel escalate. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on the brink of something big. So I'm telling all my friends and families abroad, make sure that your passport's up to date. Make sure that your papers are good. I'm researching mines right now to make sure I can move. Right now, I'm chilling in Florida. So don't think that I am safe. And don't think that I'm not looking out for myself. And I'm telling you, Russia and Ukraine war is going to heat up before it cools off. Like Bob Marley said, yes, until the philosophy that holds one man superior, there's always going to be war. And it appears that the philosophy and the ideologies of Europeans is to see who can win the sky, the earth, and the sea. And many will have to perish in these battles. But me I tell me people them stay out of it. Stay out of it, because this is just a strategic theater. Because the whole game is to practice with each other. No governments are enemy. The only enemy of the government are the people. They're just in a shadow boxing mood. No government officials are losing their lives in these battles. It's just innocent children that they are taking off the street, conscripting in Ukraine. And right now, because Russia is under attack, just like America with 9/11, many people are running to sign up for the Russian army. And we're hoping that cooler heads will prevail as Vladimir Putin remains silent. And Vladimir Zelensky is being urged, being puppetized, being encouraged to continue the decimation and destruction of his country. Because if Russia and Putin decide to push the button, I don't think anyone can do nothing. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rastafari Soldier here of Deep Roots TV. Hit that red subscribe button. Leave your comment on this one. Let me know what these people want. Why they continue to destroy Mother Earth. Why they continue to push mankind to the brink of destruction. Why are they so power and control hungry? What's their point? What's their solution? Well, Bob Marley tell you, the only solution they're working towards is total destruction. Jaja. And there's no way nobody can stop them now. Because there's no one with the moral fortitude that could match them with their firepower. And as they prove over and over, might is right, despite. And I have to do as they say and not as they do, because they have amassed a gang, a rulership, an arms race to accumulate control over people, regions, countries, continents. And it's a shame in this world, as you see it plainly in your eyes. You have to lie to survive? Well, not I and I, because Babylon system is a fraud. And as they perpetuate illegality on humanity, not on individual. Because when you're looking for human crimes, when you're looking for things like crimes against humanity, I could not imagine dishing out this kind of brutality as they make their tanks and guns and bombs to destroy humans, to destroy people. They're making machines to go up against human beings. So as you tell, they're talking about technology. It's not to better people. Technology is here to control you and me. So as you see, they fight their war games. They're in their theater. We're just a pawn in their games. So as I am worried about the escalation of their war, nobody not going to stop them now. Because as you see, most of these world leaders are drunk off their power. Their narcissistic greed and love of control has overshadowed whatever slight amount of humanity that's left in their bones. As Donald Trump is the same warmonger as Joe Biden, and as they turn a blind eye on certain people that don't look like them, and as they finance their corporations to send bullets and tanks and planes and ships to take lives of innocent people, history record. And as they come up with their tactics to burn the books and switch us on social media to try to behavior modify us, have us communicate with machines, Jah, don't sleep. Because karma is a bee. And as it goes around, it comes around. I don't think they have these social media here for us to communicate. They have these social media to monitor our talk, monitor our walk, monitor our thoughts. Families and friends, if you have not seen Minority Report, watch it. The evil that we see before our eyes is unfathomable. It's unfathomable. Excuse me. It's unbelievable. Incredible. But the reality that the evil we don't see in front of our eyes quadruple, quintuple, is 1,000,000 times worse. They say we are free. They say we are free, but they control us with their armies and their money. You don't see? They say you have the right to speak freely, but you have to be careful on their social media. They say they have the right to go where you want to, but without the right documents, you're a criminal. Families and friends, I suggest you get close to your irata, your creator. I suggest you get close to your country. We continue to migrate to different countries and continue to be used as they manipulate our mind. Yeah, it's all a behavior modification time. The social media training you not to tell the truth. Welcome to Deep Roads because of that Rasta speak. Europeans has been decimating, annihilating humanity for years on top of century. And as someone speak against them, not fight, just speak against them, they try to cover your mouth. If you look over to them poke out your eye. You say, ow, that hurts. Me feel it for the people them. Them say, you can't feel. Imagine, in the United States of America, you have the president funding 2 different wars overseas. None of them authorized by Congress. We're spending billions, hundreds of billions, on unaliving women, children, and people that don't want to fight. And all the United States have to do is to turn off the money. Stop it. But you see what they do? They instigate and take the population for a bait. They instigate and wash their hands of it. The land of the free, the home of the brave, has become the land of the freaks and the home of the slaves. The people are afraid to speak out. The people are afraid to boycott and protest. They're being manipulated and controlled by different countries, government, because for Ukraine to be the number 2 most corrupted country, the last 5 to 10 years ago was listed as the number 2 most corrupted country. And America is in bed with them. Russia say they're on a mission to denazify Ukraine, and America wants to keep them in power. America promotes them, back them, defend them. Canada bring them to Canada and give them awards. What kind of world are we living in? And we say we are the good guys. Ladies and gentlemen, the eyes don't lie. There's been many opportunity for peace. And I see who is the beast. Unfortunately, we are in the belly of the beast. And I was told, when you find your hand in the lion's mouth, take your time and take it out. But Ukraine attack on Russia is unprecedented. And as they destroyed multiple, as you heard, they said 41. I thought it was 41 bombers, nuclear carrier bombers. So when Russia retaliate, you will hear everybody saying that Putin is this monster. But when Joe Biden assisted Ukraine in destroying the Nord Stream pipeline, when they assisted at the attack on the club, because these are all agent doing. No one would do that other than insurgents. When they blow up the bridges, Russia have not done anything that you see would be frowned on. So when they say Putin is a madman, I beg to differ. And what I love about time, it reveals the truth, because that's the master. Time reveals the truth. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rastafari Soldier here of Deep Roots TV. Thank you for tuning into the Rastaman channel, reporting live. Ukraine escalates the battle against Russia as Ukraine attacks Russia in an unprecedented drone attack, attacking their nuclear aircrafts. It's being reported that right now Putin have not responded, but it's being reported that this operation took 18 months to plan and was timed just days after Russia launched a wave of massed aerial assault on Ukraine, including a record-setting attack on June 2nd. Now also, there was a meeting between Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump. Supposed to be peace talk. Like I said, every time Russia comes to the table to negotiate peace, Ukraine escalate. Now it's being said that Vladimir Putin had a good conversation with Donald Trump, and it was said that Vladimir told Trump that there has to be retaliation. And it was said allegedly that President Trump responded that he understands. So as the United States seems to be speaking out two sides of their mouth, they're saying that they're not in the war, they want the war to end, but they're strengthening the war. And it's a shame that the American people just elected Donald Trump to stop the war, and all they have to do is cut off the money. But if Donald Trump do that, they will run up to Congress and says that Congress have the power of the purse. I don't know what kind of system is this. The United States of America backing multiple wars. You are going to financing the unaliving of Russians and Ukraine because they're putting fuel on the fire. What's going on? It's insane. Leave your comment on this one, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Rastafari, soldier of Deep Roots TV. Do you think Vladimir Putin should put down the hammer on Ukraine? Or is that what they're looking for, to escalate this to another level so NATO could jump in and all the world can gang up on Russia? Because that's what they're looking for all the world to gang up on Russia. Families and friends, I have skin in the game. Right now I'm in America, but I don't like bull. I don't like bullies. If you can negotiate and prevent the unaliving of many youths, do it. And stop twiddling your thumb. Stop faking it out. Stop allowing these rich bureaucrats and corporate people to make money off of the backs of these young youths. Because all they're doing is creating machines to take people's lives. And that's why you see they have this relationship with all these universities. Because the university students are the ones that are developing these technologies. Yeah. And passing it on to the military industrial complex, where they then turn them into unaliving machines, bring them out to the theater, and they have to test them. So they use Ukraine and the Gaza Strip and places like that to test their unaliving machine. It's a shame what's going on in the world today. It's a shame. Because Vladimir and Trump and Biden, none of them have skin in the game. None of them have children in these battlefields or these hot points. None of them will go close. All they could do is give their cheap words of empathy, which they cannot really empathize with what's going on because they don't know what it means to be in the battlefield. They don't know what it means to be a soldier. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rastafari, soldier here of Deep Roots TV. Leave your comment on this one, ladies and gentlemen. As Ukraine escalate the war, and Donald Trump and Vladimir spoke to try to attain a peace deal, but not at this time. Not after you fly over and damage 41 of my new bombers. You must be out of your mind. So we are all bracing for a stern arm to drop on Ukraine from the Russians. So when that does happen, you will hear the mainstream or the lamestream media run out and start shed whole heap of tears. But you not hear them a cry for the Russians. I man not cry for no boy in a no suit. Yeah, me a cry for the youth, them in the khaki suit. I just should look at youth, them a get unalive. I think we never put out the politician them on the battlefield and make them go and go fight. And whoever win, yeah, you roll. More life, more joy. You know, Sister Babylon take off a fool. More happiness. You stay blessed, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Rastafari, soldier here of Deep Roots TV. Give thanks and praise for the families. Zin, another disappointing veto by the United States of America. For the 5th time, the United States has stand in the way of peace. Seeing because the UN Council voted to bring aid, ceasefire, and the release of all hostages. And you know, say the United States of America a look of fake freedom country because it seems like hunger freedom, hunger in America freedom for that. Hunger in America life and liberty for that. Hunger in America man for can determine them destiny and live good. See? Seems like hunger in America pay for be free and live good. Because this is starting to become a pattern. Because in both Gaza and Ukraine, America now fighting in the war, and it appears that them stand in between the Gaza and Israel and peace. Because right now, I man feel so perturbed that the United States on Wednesday veto another draft UN Security Council resolution that demand an immediate and conditional permanent ceasefire between Israel Hamas militants in the Gaza and undermine the process of the peace that we are all has been salivating and waiting and hoping on. The other 14 countries on the council voted in favor of the draft as a humanitarian crisis grips the enclaves of more than 2 million people. Them not have no heart. A US me a talk about where famine looms and aid has only trickled into the area. It's a shame still in 2025. A joke thing. A joke thing. Right now, it appears that the world is sleeping. And when I say sleeping, I not talk about eyes wise. I talk about moral wise. The world is unconscious right now because it seems like we have been desensitized. For the last 10 years, I don't know if mankind have been so primitive. It seems like we're going backwards to the Stone Age in our mentality, in our consciousness, in our morality. The United States of America has clearly shown that it has no interest in bringing relief to the Gazans, in bringing relief to the Palestinians, in bringing an end to the turmoil that has engulfed the Middle East since 9/11, that we have perpetuated and spread xenophobia on the people of the region. The United States have no interest, like their counterpart Israel, in actually stopping the illegal annexation, the illegal capturing, moving, starving of a nation. And it seems to be a plan. And when I say seems, I mean it's right in front of our eyes and it's in our ears. And the news media, the main perpetuator of this, the news media is supposed to call these things out, and just like the last year of the United States administration with the Joe Biden, they close their eyes and pretend that they did not see. Well, the cognitive dissonance has been broken by the social media and other people that are perturbed by the injustice that has been displayed by the first world country, the ruler of the world, the United States of America, by the first world country, rulers of the world, UK. It is a shame and an embarrassment on the earth to see what's going on to little boys and girls. It seems like we have no feelings. But as the Israelis, the United States, and the entire European nation has desensitized us to the humanity of the Palestinians, Rastaman are telling us, say, oh, I'm causing them there. Zane, we have to wake up people and stop let the Europeans, the Americans, and other fascists like the Israeli create these human travesties on the earth without us saying anything. And right now, I'm going to tell you, say, I am calling for the arrest. The arrest of Bibi Netanyahu. And everybody on the internet should call for the arrest of Bibi Netanyahu. Because it's a shame. This guy is not even from Palestine. His name is not even Bibi Netanyahu. You're going to, and we continue to perpetuate this falsehood that we are trying. We're trying to bring peace to the middle. And all they're trying to do is to annex the land. All they're trying to do is to slowly cleanse the place. We sit here and watch our country commit so many crimes after crimes after crimes on humanity. And we develop this cognitive dissonance that we don't know. We develop this contagious ignorance. And we turn a blind eye to the genocide that has been going on. We turn a blind eye to the dissipation of evil that has trickled down even down to the baby. The acceptance of seeing over 20,000 children unalive by one of the world's superpower ganged up with another one of the world's superpower is a shame. It's like Goliath called his bold family to fight David. People, this has gone on long enough. And enough is really enough. We have a world superpower in Israel, backed by its right-hand man, United States of America, supported by the entire EU, Germany, England. And now you're telling me the people are desperate for food. And they are playing a hunger game. Imagine this. They are playing the hunger game with the Palestinian. The Security Council vote came as Israel pushed ahead with its offense in Gaza after ending 2 months of troops in March. Gaza health authorities said that Israel striked and unalive 45 people on Wednesday, while the Israelis said that one soldier died in the fighting. Britain, UK, the UN ambassador Barbara Woodward criticized Israel government decision to expand its military occupation in Gaza and security restricting humanitarian aid, and unjustified disappointment. This is cruel, families and friends. But of course, the mastermind of Israel has denied. Yes, they have. They have denied all reports, all video, everything that is being reported, because only they knows what ethnic cleansing is. Only they knows what G-side is. Only they. Families and friends, when I saw the video of everyone raising their hands again, a new administration and every country voted for a ceasefire except for the United States of America, it dawned on me right away. They don't want no peace. The United States of America is complicit with the removal, the cleansing, the genocide of the Palestinian people. And this is a shame. The blood stain runs from the hands of our government to the feet of the people. We are also complicit. We watched during the Biden administration as the children were stronger than us. The children stood up, and the administration persecute them, and they still continue to the next administration. Where are we living? Aren't we living in the free West? Aren't we living in the United States of America, the place we call the best? So when we see wrong being done, like Martin Luther King said, injustice done to one man is done to all. You cannot turn a blind eye anymore. The social media has placed it in front of your face as the lamestream media hides the truth. Thank you for tuning in today, Pros, because the United States of America is complicit. It's the #1 vetoer of peace in Gaza. I saw one report that the United States is the #1 vetoer in the UN, and it has used up most of its veto power against poor Palestine. What have Palestine done to you? What has the Gaza done to you? What has the Gaza done to you? Yes, I know, October 7th, the worst day on the planet. But I'm telling you, we all have our wounds to heal. We all have our wounds to heal. You hear me? We all have our wounds to heal. Sorry for my accent. Sometimes I will say some things by accident. But as you see, I'm a Jamaican. Yeah. I'm a Jamaican. I'm a Rastaman. Military veteran. And it's a shame. I love this country. I love the United States. Almost as much as I love the islands. But me I tell you, man, a Jamaican, man, a Rasta man, anyway I go, it's mine. Because I don't leave myself behind. And I'm here in the United States of America, a country that I'm proud of. The land of the free, the home of the brave. But right now, it seems it's the land of the freaks and the home of the slaves. We have lost our moral compass. The United States of America once again shows its evil hand as it vetoes peace in the Middle East. Aren't you tired of seeing women and children being deceased? As aid in the Gaza streams in at a trickle, many are hoping that this doesn't come true, but they're saying that up to 14,000 children are on the brink of starvation in the Gaza, as Israel has placed a 3-month blockade on food. Them I tell you straight up, say them love your life on the line. Them are determine how much food, how much water, where you go, where you stay, what you say. The last administration, I tell you, say you can't go outside and get sun. You have to turn up 6 feet apart. You can't breathe in certain air. Who they think they are. But you're not asleep. Because the devil is rampant. But goodness is not weak. The devil is rampant. Blood running from your hand, dripping to your feet. The United States of America, the UK, the European countries such as Germany, they are complicit It's a disgrace right in our face. What are we going to do, my people? What are we going to say? They have scared the entire population to not say anything. Yes, we agree. Israel has the right to defend itself just like me. But when do defense becomes too much? When do defense becomes a over trill? When do it comes a over trill? It seems like the whole of Gaza on one fill with the Palestinian body. Imagine this. I was watching a newscast and a Palestinian gentleman was talking about now where there's Israel, his grandfather and father used to live. And they were moved to Rafah. And now his home is destroyed too, just like his grandfather and father. And his only hope is to hope that his children don't have to go through that. 3 generations, and he's begging for the 4th not to go through it. This is a shame. There's a permanent stain on Israel. And the stain is running on America, UK, Germany, and all these countries that has sit by idly, that is making lip service and not doing anything. All they doing is lip service and sending the bombs and the equipment and the money and the support and getting the lamestream media to lie. You see, the lamestream media is supposed to be the 4th branch of the government. The lamestream media is supposed to hold politicians, crooked politicians, accountable. The lamestream media is supposed to be the voice of the people. The lamestream media has crawled up in bed with evil. Imagine the first world country, the United States of America, the land of the free, the land of free speech, free press, the right to bear arms. My God. A land where you even have the right not to incriminate yourself. They are the only country to veto a peace deal in the Middle East. Make it make sense. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rastafari Soldier here of Deep Roots TV. Thank you for tuning into the Rastaman channel again. Leave your comment on this one. I mean, it's just so difficult, families and friends, for me to even look and see these things in the news and comment. Sometimes I am so shocked and perturbed, as you see for the last few weeks, I don't even vlog. Because these news make the Rastaman sad. And as I said, on these social media apps, don't think they have it here for you to communicate. It's crap. What they're doing is they're tracking your thoughts, because what you say out of your mouth are your thoughts. And they're watching your movements, because every time you touch your phone or log on to the internet, they know where you are by geolocation. And they're trying to analyze and make predictions. These people are evil. They think they can emulate, mimicate, or even be the Most High. They are narcissistic, they're psychopath, and they're control freaks. My families and friends, leave your comment on this one, because it's a shame. The United States of America, a first world country, supposed to be the leader of the free world, is the only country to veto a peace deal in Gaza. And me have a video where the person that she talked about, it's not satisfied and this and that. Lie. It doesn't matter. The United States of America is making money off of the war in Ukraine and in Gaza. The same politician them in a Congress invest in corporation and in the military industrial complex, and they're making sure that innocent youths lose their lives so they could make a whole money in the stock market. Ladies and gentlemen, leave your comment if you think I'm telling the truth. Leave your comment if you think I'm telling a lie. I'm Rastafari Soldier here of Deep Roots TV. Subscribe, like, and share to the Rastaman channel if you want to hear the truth. Yeah. Subscribe to Deep Roots TV. I think we're going to leave it at that point right here, my lord. We'll pick up later on. I'll make back forward a call. I see my cousin had forward from Jamaica, so I'm going to give him a call right now. More life and more joy and more happiness. Share the content for my families and friends. Yeah, bless. Fire,